What if the most controversial woman on QVC wasn't a villain or a hero, but both? What if every time she appears on screen, the internet lights up with outrage and applause? We're talking about Shawn Killinger, the QVC host who has become a full-blown obsession for fans and haters alike. Some say she's bold, fearless, and refreshingly real. Others call her chaotic, inappropriate, and completely unwatchable. She's been accused of stealing the spotlight, oversharing on live TV, and even, yes, licking a guest's Emmy. And yet, QVC refuses to let her go. Why? Because every time she shows up, you watch, even if it's just to see what she'll say next. So, what's the truth behind all the drama? Is Shawn Killinger an underrated icon or QVC's biggest liability? Today, we're pulling back the curtain, and what we found will change the way you see her forever. Get ready, because this isn't just another QVC story. This is the full truth about Shawn Killinger, the most talked about woman on live TV. Before we dive in, hit subscribe. If you love the drama QVC won't talk about, this is the channel you need in your feed. To understand the controversy, we first need to look at who Shawn Killinger really is. He's no newbie. Shawn has been a QVC host since 2007. That's well over a decade in front of the camera. Before that, she was a TV reporter, and she even competed on Martha Stewart's version of The Apprentice. She's confident, she's experienced, and she knows how to work a live broadcast. But it's her style on QVC that sets her apart. One night, she's rocking a chic outfit and selling luxury beauty products. The next, she's sharing way too personal stories about life, laundry, and bodily functions. She describes herself as irreverent. And honestly, it fits. She's quick with a joke, unfiltered in delivery, and more than willing to throw the script out the window. Sometimes it feels like she's less of a salesperson and more like your overly candid best friend at a wine night. Some fans love that. They feel like she's real, like she says what everyone else is too afraid to say. But others, they think she's just too much, too loud, too off-topic, too self-involved. And that brings us to the big question. What is it exactly that makes her so controversial? Let's start with how she hosts. One of the biggest complaints is how often Shawn interrupts people. She'll cut off guests mid-sentence, talk over co-hosts, even change the topic entirely, often right in the middle of a product demo. On Reddit, one viewer put it bluntly, "Shawn thinks she's hosting a talk show, not selling a product. It's exhausting." Another added, "She literally interrupts the beauty guests every time they speak. I can't stand it." It's not just interruptions, it's also her selling style. Shawn doesn't just talk about the product, she dives into her story. She'll say things like, "This lipstick changed my life," or "This sweater makes me feel like a better mom." It's personal, passionate, but for some viewers, it's manipulative. They don't want a testimonial, they want the facts. How much is it? How does it fit? What are the features? On the consumer site Pissed Consumer, one commenter wrote, "This woman thinks she's the star of the show. She talks over everyone. It's not even about the product anymore." Some viewers even say they mute the TV when she comes on, not because she's boring, but because she won't stop talking. Still, as messy as it can get, these moments are nothing compared to the ones that truly shocked viewers. Now we have to talk about those moments, the ones that went viral for all the wrong reasons. Let's begin with the infamous Emmy incident. During a live QVC segment, a guest brought their Emmy award on set. Just a fun prop, right? Until Shawn licked it. Yes, on live TV. She licked the top of the Emmy. She said it was to avoid germ sharing because the guest had already kissed it. Fans were stunned. Some laughed nervously, but many were disturbed. On X, viewers posted things like, "Is she okay?" and "This is just gross. What was the point?" Even The Sun covered the moment, calling it bizarre and unprofessional. It didn't stop there. Not long after, she dropped another bomb during a fashion segment. This time, it was about hemorrhoids. Yes, really. While modeling pants, Shawn casually shared her experience with hemorrhoids. And not in a vague way, she got graphic. People were eating dinner. They were trying to buy clothes. And suddenly, they were learning way too much about her personal life. The backlash was swift. One Reddit user posted, "There's relatable, and then there's that. I was eating." Another said, Who brings up hemorrhoids on a shopping channel? Come on! Some viewers threatened to stop watching. Others flooded the QVC forums and social media pages with complaints. And what did QVC do? Nothing. They didn't issue an apology, they didn't pull her off air, they just carried on. Which raised a new question. If Shawn keeps crossing the line, why isn't QVC stopping her? To answer that, we need to look at how fans are actually responding. And the truth is, it's complicated. Yes, there are a lot of complaints. Reddit, Facebook groups, QVC community forums, they're full of comments like, "She's loud and obnoxious," "She makes everything about herself," and "I can't watch her shows anymore." But you know what's also there? Defenders, fans who love her, people saying, "At least she's not fake. She makes me laugh. She's real." One commenter even said, "I used to find her annoying. Now I kind of love her. At least she's not boring." It's the classic love her or hate her scenario. And QVC, they're leaning into it. Because while complaints might be loud, engagement is louder. Shawn gets people talking, people tweet her name, they post clips, they argue about her in comment sections. And all of that drives views. So now you might be wondering, why would any network stick with someone so divisive? Well, here's the thing. Controversy is currency. In today's world, being forgettable is worse than being disliked. QVC knows this, and they're not just selling products, they're selling personalities. And Shawn, she's unforgettable. You may not like her jokes, you may cringe at her stories, but you remember her. That's what makes her valuable. Some hosts play it safe. Shawn doesn't. She leans into the awkwardness. She owns the mess. And like it or not, it works, because controversy keeps people tuned in, even if they're just waiting to see what she says next. But it wouldn't be fair to ignore her fans. And yes, she has plenty. They show up in droves on her Instagram. They flood QVC live chats with hearts and shoutouts. They say she's authentic, funny, comforting, especially women over 40 who say Shawn reflects them. One fan wrote, "She talks like I talk. She's not polished, but she's relatable." Another said, "When I was going through chemo, her silliness gave me something to smile about. She's like a friend." And honestly, that kind of connection is rare. Not everyone wants a flawless host. Sometimes people just want someone who feels real. Yes, she makes mistakes. Yes, she says too much. But in a world of scripted TV, maybe that's exactly why people keep watching. So here's where we land. Is Shawn Killinger a great host? It depends who you ask. Some say she's the worst, others say she's the best part of QVC. What's clear is this: she's unlike anyone else. She's unpredictable, she's emotional, she's raw. And while that might drive some viewers away, it pulls others in closer. Maybe we're not meant to agree on her. Maybe her real power is in making us feel something. Because love her or hate her, you remember her. And in this media landscape, that's more than most can say. Now we want to hear from you. Are you Team Shawn, or do you change the channel the second she comes on? Let us know in the comments below. And if you've ever seen her do something outrageous on air, tell us what it was. We want the tea. If you enjoyed this deep dive, give it a like, hit subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss our next QVC expose. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and always question what's really happening behind the screen.